Good morning, Internet. It's not morning. It's not morning. Anyway, I was just finished playing a small game of Civilization Beyond Earth. You know, this is my first impression. I have under my belt over 200 hours of gameplay in Civilization 5. Gods and Kings, Brave New World, and the old expansion. This is okay. So, I went into Beyond Earth thinking myself pretty badass. I'm a dude who's conquered the world as Assyria, as Japan, as Greece, as Persia. I conquered the world as Persia once. So, I'm going into Beyond Earth pretty freaking confident. I know my shit. And I know how to more or less deal with barbarians. I know how to deal with my civilization. So I thought I was okay. Little did I know that Beyond Earth is its own beast. So before going into Beyond Earth, I took the time to read up a little bit on Angry Joe's impressions of Beyond Earth, a few gameplays of Beyond Earth, and at first I was a little overwhelmed when I saw the huge-ass tech tree, and it looks like a spider web. It's nothing like the tech tree in Civ, where it's, linear. It's linear. In Beyond Earth, it's... Jesus, you should see it. It's a freaking web. And, 49 turns. 49 turns for a tech. It's insane. And I'm not playing in marathon difficulty. I'm just playing in the normal, in standard. 49 turns. And I'm not saying my science was horrible. My net science was average. It wasn't great. But 49 turns. The gameplay is way slower. The game pacing is very slow. Another thing is that I noticed that happiness is no longer a factor. It's replaced instead of by health. The healthier your civilization, the happier they will be. Problem is that health is a pain in the ass to get, and it doesn't matter anything. You need to keep your citizens healthy, and that means researching the specific techs to get health. And in a game that prides itself on diversity, it makes me think that I'm just, it's mandatory for me to get these health things because there's so little things that help you with health, and health is such a big problem. It's like, in Civilization, we had the Colosseums, the zoos, the amphitheaters, freaking stadiums, and you had little perks here and there that'll help you with that, like in the trees. That's another thing. Instead of policies, you have virtues. And, in the policies in Civ 5, you could get, some things that will help you with happiness. At least if you, I think it was, if you completed the tech tree in, I think it was Liberty, you would lower the unhappiness based on the amount of cities, and that was really helpful. And if you finished all of the ones, I think it was, and another thing, there were some things that help you along with happiness. It wasn't that huge of a deal. But here, health is a problem. Health is a situation. But, apart from that, okay. First thing that I noticed, bunch of aliens everywhere. It's a swarm of aliens. Aliens everywhere. Holy shit, there were a lot of aliens. Holy crap. The beautiful world, of course. But, aliens, dude. Like, at first, if you don't pick that you went in with an arsenal, because that's the thing, you get to load out your civilization before you start the game, and you get the option to have a warrior or a soldier there. So you may have one soldier. Don't let him venture out too far by himself, because there will be swarms of aliens, and they will wreck you like it's nobody's business until you get your first affinity. That's another thing. Affinities. Very important. You get 3 major affinities. It's either Harmony and 2 other dudes. I'm working on Harmony right now. It's Harmony, Purity, and Supremacy. And Each one comes with its own perk. If you have Harmony, you're more cool with the alien dudes. You know, Harmony bases itself on living in harmony with the environment and the aliens, which means at some point during the Harmony thing, at some point you can summon, you know, a siege worm. You can use these aliens against your opponent. And I've already broken out my first war. Already broken out the first war. But the dispute was settled. Luckily, I made an ally very quick in the game. Another thing is very important. In Civilization 5, you made a friendship with somebody, and somebody declared war on you. You know, you were still going to war. Your friend might be pissed off at that dude, but you know, your friend might be pissed off at that dude, but they won't go to war with them. With me, like if you make a joint a declaration of friendship, or in this case it would be I don't remember what it's called. It's a friendship thing. Like if you get declared war upon, or if they get declared war upon, you react together. You know, you work together, and I like that. I like that because it quickly, the game starts, and quickly, you know, Civilization starts to bond. You know, quickly there's a bond between civilizations. Quickly you see that these guys start to bond with each other. I've already bonded with one, you know, and we help each other out. We deliver trade routes to each other. We give each other resources for free, you know, and it's pretty smart for an AI. You know, others AIs wouldn't do that, but that's pretty important too. I'm liking it. Cons, it has a very rough learning curve. Just because you have 200 hours like me under your belt in Civilization 5 does not mean you're prepared for Civilization Beyond Earth. You will have a tough learning curve. Another thing is miasma, which is non-existent in Civilization 5. It's a cloud of toxic dust that it happens to be on top of some tiles. It's toxic, and you need to clear it out. But before you can clear it out, you need the technology to clear it out. And if you're going to make a trade route, the trade route needs to be clear of miasma. So you need to clear out the field of miasma, then make your trade route. And it might piss off your neighbors, because some neighbors, go figure, they don't want miasma around. You know, they don't want you to clear miasma. They want you to leave miasma in their territory. Whatever. You know what? Alright, cool. I won't. I'll try my best not to, but, you know, there needs to be that cleared of miasma, so, you know, we're basically able to trade. Because if the miasma covers it, we can't establish a trade route. Another thing is that there is no limit of trade routes, I think, but the trade routes are very important. Another thing is these trading stations that appear throughout randomly, and you can trade with them, and they become more powerful. The more that you trade with them, the more powerful they become. Quests are a whole other new addition. Civilization Beyond Earth has quests, has a quest system, which is really nice. It gets you something, some objective to do. I've been told that Civilization Beyond Earth thrives in the late game. So I'll be making a second video once I get to the late game to explain it. But my impressions of Civilization Beyond Earth is, first and foremost, it's very complicated. It has a rough learning curve. Just because you have 200 hours under Civilization, just because you've conquered your enemies, just because you've destroyed all of your enemies in Emperor difficulty in Civilization 5, does not mean at all that you're prepared for Beyond Earth. Beyond Earth is tough to start learning. But once you start learning, it becomes a bit easier. There are quest decisions and all that stuff like that that'll give you bonuses. Again, it's beautiful. Firaxis did an amazing job. The producers and the editors and the art team of Firaxis just threw it out of the park with that thing. I love it. I love the vibrant colors. I love, you know, the gold and the purple and this hostile alien land that they've created. You know, because when you land, the first moment that you land, Holy shit, it is a hostile. You feel the pressure. You feel the pressure because you know that this is a hostile land. This is a hostile world. You know, this isn't Earth. There aren't barbarians around the corner, and if you put raging barbarians in Civilization 5, you will have 1/25 of the idea of what it's like to deal with regular aliens in Beyond Earth. Aliens are everywhere. They're not hostile unless you fuck with them. But if you venture too close to their nest, they will fiercely defend it, to quote Angry Joe. Well, I gotta get back to playing. One more turn. See you later.